Greetings and Hotep.
Trinity,
Trinity, that's a pretty name.
Elijah,
1050 Elijah.
we got
Elijah?
Brian,
That is Harvest's child's name.
Nikki,
Nikki, that's Ava's friend.
Tina,
Tina Fernandez, that's Anthony Atkins's ex-girlfriend. Okay, let's see. Terrell-Land.
we got
Today is
Pat or Patricia,
Tuesday. Patrice,
Brandy,
who said her name was last. Brandy.
Sky,
Brandy is Auntie Cookie,
Emma,
daughter's name, or
Trish,
Rosemary. She married Rosemary Starks
Layton,
Frazier.
Jose,
Jose.
Felix,
Felix. Ooh, she running it down.
Prince,
Mailman just passed by in the van, 10:51 a.m.
Jordan,
Sky from over there at Miss
Chanel,
Ann's house on 11th Avenue. And
Seward,
Seward.
Roger, Brandon,
Okay, so I'm listening to SAA Karmic Tarot or something like that. So something weird happened last night. I was sitting here looking out the window and I saw John Waldron by the tree. Now, I looked again
Campbell,
and I waited to see if he was going to walk a certain direction. I don't think it was a physical body there. So they've been talking about ascensions
Jalea,
and getting new gifts. Now, I know I got a couple of new gifts. I'm not going to talk about them,
Layla,
but this right here, seeing him in the flash and then seeing him gone, tripped me out. So I was like, okay, God, what's going on? So I went outside and I try to burn trash every day because the gang stalkers were going through our trash.
Gwen,
And I didn't want to give them anything that they could use to take back and do some more spirit manipulation and cause me or the girls or the dogs even problems, because I got a dog here acting weird.
Larry,
They were here 2 or 3 days ago, and up in the
Finley,
corner of the property they do something,
Natasha,
and I think it's a conflict spell because the bigger dog tries to attack the smaller
we
dog.
got Lori,
So the two dogs were on either side of
Stan,
me, and she just
Mary,
went at him to attack him.
Ariana,
So
and
I was
that's
able
it.
to separate
Thank
them
y'all so much. Stay
without
safe. Into the next one. Peace.
hurting myself. Oh, let me give her credit for this. That was, let me see if I can go back to over there.
This
Cancel
is
that
new
one.
Revlon Color Stay Limitless Matte Lip Color. Gives you up
I
to
don't know
24
why I
hours of
couldn't.
wear. And it's comfortable, non-tightening.
Maybe I wasn't supposed to. Let's see.
Good morning.
Okay, so
Good
that's what I was just
evening,
listening to. This person behind
and good
the
night.
weird things
I
that
hope you
been
all are
going
doing
on.
well.
It's more going on
Welcome to
than you
my
know.
channel.
So a lot of the names she called are my
Welcome
sister, my
to
youngest sister's
144
friends,
from the
and my
stars
youngest sister's
to
been
row.
doing that fraud shit for a long
Alright,
time.
Odin thought I was never gonna
I
get
never
through
knew
that
how deep,
intro.
but
Me
it's
neither,
deep.
bud. Shoot. Alright, let's go ahead and get
And it
started
turns
with the
out I'm a
guy's
part of,
message. Let's see what
my
Spirit
family
would
is a
like you
criminal
guys to
organization. I'm not a part of them. They've ousted me and I've ousted them, and that's what it is. But they keep
If
trying to
you are
come find
interested in
me.
what this deck is,
Here,
it
where we
is
are, we've been
Angel
here almost
Ariel.
a year.
Do
It will
not
be
know
a
if the top
year,
of my head
July
was right.
26th,
It is
because when
by
they
Eli,
evicted us
Benaiah, and
from,
Peter.
well,
I'm
more
not even gonna
like
try to. I'm not offending anybody. All right. So yeah,
July.
that. Okay. Let's go ahead
I
and
guess
get
it was about
started.
August 1st by the time we got settled in here.
What do we got here? We
The
have
end of
left
July,
hand
because we slept in the parking
judgment,
lot,
and
KFC,
right before I
and in front
had
of the pawn shop
hit
for the first
record, I saw the
2 days
card
after Dr. Twix
right eye
put us out of the building.
wisdom.
and I had to walk
And
my
then now
stuff
we
down to the
have
storage unit. It
Raphael,
took a little
Angel of
while. It
Mysteries.
took almost a month to get everything squared away from the
Okay,
building.
all right, all right, all
And the
right, all
last
right.
thing
Because
was my
this
car,
seems
so somebody
this
came
seems
and moved my
powerful
car.
because yeah, and then Angel of
So,
Divination coming out.
so
Someone
we've
is
been here for
ascending and
about a
receiving the
year.
tools of their
I saw
trade.
Alva's
I
red
just picked up on that energy
Lexus
too in a
pass
recent
through
reading.
here.
I'm getting that so
Who else had a
strong.
red Lexus?
Someone
That
has
does kind of look
unlocked
like the
some
Lexus that
powerful
Ronald
gifts within
Cogman
you.
used to have. And I saw Ava's black Nissan Altima.
Wow.
There's a little short
God,
bedded
I'm
truck
getting this is
that I
biblical.
see. At
Because
one
when
point, I
I
thought it
was
was my
looking
brother in
in
it,
this
but
card,
the body
I mean,
type
like,
doesn't
just
look
look at
like
the
my brother.
imagery of that card.
And then Donnie Dwayne Flowers' van,
I was
Jeep,
getting that you
SUV,
were
Mercedes
receiving like
minivan
end time,
was
the
through
gifts of
here.
the end times
So it's like,
prophecies,
okay, well, why all of a sudden and in such a small, compacted
which is
time
wild.
period are
Because I
they
mean,
through here?
if the gift of divination, having
They,
things unlocked within you,
my
having
brother
the
found his way
wisdom,
to
the right eye, the
the,
left
am I
hand.
going too
I
far
don't know.
into
We've got
detail, God?
Celtic energy
No.
coming
My
out
brother
here, so
found
that
his
may
way
be
to the
a
amazing love
synchronicity
and told
for
my
you.
girls to tell me to
Actually,
come to Cousin Toy's house,
scribe or
which
writer.
is
That's all I
Grandma
was getting
Irene's
ready to say.
house
Actually, I'm
on
picking up on
20th
the energy
Avenue
of
at the dead end by
this
the
has something to
railroad
do
track
with
that my inheritance was here, right?
I don't even
And
know
God
anything
said they're
about that.
setting you up the
But
game.
I'm getting that this might tie into
So
the
I did not
Druids.
go
Like,
over
if
there.
we were to look into something in their
And
culture
then
or
Alva
writing,
keeps sending word
you would
that
see that something
I
you are
got
activating within
$19,000
you
at the
right
court.
now
Well, I'm
has
like,
been
y'all need
written
to add a couple
before.
of zeros. I don't know who you think you playing with. I am
Honestly,
not
I'm getting the
retarded. I
energy
count very
of
well.
you were
My
here a
mom left 6
long,
pieces of
long time
property.
ago.
My
Time,
daddy
time.
left me
Okay,
money.
all right. So
Not a bitch
what
don't
we
want to
would
tell me
perceive in this
about the money
incarnation to
she
be a long
stole
time ago in
and
Earth
gave me
years, and
$0
you
of her,
actually were a
Ava,
scribe, a prophet.
um,
You prophesized
my nephew.
yourself. Someone here
That it was a
prophesized
Friday,
themselves.
stood in the doorway so I couldn't see who was putting mail in the mailbox or taking
Blessings
mail
and
out of the
blessings.
mailbox. So what they done is forwarded my mail to another address, and then they
Yeah.
come and put
So many
certain
ships are
pieces of
coming
mail
in.
back in the box.
That needs to be known.
So this is why I have not been informed. This is why
What?
I haven't been able to make court dates. And this
That
is
was a
how they
crazy
were able to
download.
do the fraudulent marriage. Whoever they sent into the court may have
I
had
literally I
mail,
saw
my
a
official mail.
spaceship over someone's house, and the reason why the
And
spaceship was over their house is because you're about to have Spirit's baby.
And
Okay.
so a
Okay.
lot
All
is
right.
going on.
Obviously,
I've
that
never
one's not
gotten
going to be
married
for
to
everyone.
anybody,
But wow, if you are
and I've never
currently like
died. They
pregnant
done
or
did some kind of death
thinking
certificate
you
so
might
that
be
they could
having a
steal
child,
money
this
from me.
child is special.
And when my
Okay,
sister went to
this child is
Tallahassee,
like
Alva
very
went to
much needed on this
Tallahassee, she
earth.
may have
Okay,
even taken
and
a
props to you
fraudulent death
for doing the
certificate
work
and
that
told them
you
people I
had
was
to have
dead
done in
and
order
she
for this
needed to get
child to be
money to
born.
take care of my children that were left behind.
There's no
These
way
people are
that
evil.
as
They
a
care
kid
they
of
ass the
then,
church.
you would have had to have done a
And
lot of
this is the
work.
devil's work.
A lot of
This is
work on
absolutely
your
the
life,
devil's
on
work
your
that they
bloodline,
are
on your
doing.
lineage,
So I
of
cast
clearing that
judgment
out
on them, and I hope that it
so that
returns to them
a
100-fold.
spirit of this caliber, of this essence, of this energy could be
I haven't
incarnated.
healed enough to ask for forgiveness and
Yeah,
all of
maybe.
that. This is
Far.
malicious. I keep asking God, okay, God, well, how do I know when to
Okay,
say,
some of you are
Lord, forgive
actually
them, for they know
receiving
not what
gifts and
they do?
abilities right now
And when do
because
I
you
say,
are a
get
hybrid.
out of here, you dirty
You're
dogs,
not
you are
fully
vipers,
human.
you are of
You're
your
an
devil,
alien
Satan?
hybrid.
And so that's what I've been asking God. I do not
And
forgive the
I'm
devil.
kind of
I do
getting
not
like the
forgive the
energy
devil.
of
He doing what he's supposed to do.
because
And
of
he delights in doing what he
work that was already
does.
done
So
on the
I'm not
grid
wasting
network,
any forgiveness on Satan and
it
Satan's
allowed it
children.
sent off. Okay.
And that's my
Oh, so they
position.
sent out an activation
So
signal
let me
in
go
the
back to
grid,
what originally brought me
which
to
sent out a
this
mass activation across
thing.
the globe.
I saw John Waldron by the
And for
tree,
many of you, you are going to be receiving gifts and abilities that are
there
like
and gone.
unique to
Now,
your
you all,
tribe
many
or
of you tarot
unique
readers talk
to
about remote viewing. I don't
your
know anything
soul
about this.
family.
Could you please do something on remote viewing and me seeing Mr. John Waldron? And then he disappeared. So I went outside, I burned trash, so that the gang
I'm
stalkers
kind of getting
cannot
the energy
go
of
through our
someone in the
trash.
collective may have like recently,
So
like
I
this
went
is a
outside
recent
to burn
experience that I'm
trash.
picking up on.
I took my knife and I cut down some of the bushes
Forgot
that
you
are
were here.
growing back up because of the
I'm trying to
rain.
see how, because I'm experiencing
And
what you experience. So I'm trying to see how do I even describe that in a way
I
to where you
threw some
people who wouldn't know what I was talking about could still understand.
sandalwood in the
It
fire
was like
to
you
get
were
rid of
standing there,
negative
you were in this
energies,
incarnation, you were in your
okay?
body, but for a split
To
second,
clear the air. I want to
you
know what you think
didn't
that
see
could
your
be.
human
I don't
form.
know if Mr.
I'm
John
really
is
getting
deceased or not.
like
Last
for
time I went
example,
over
let's
to
say
JL
you
Young, he
and
was
like this could have even
alive.
been like in a response to
So
like
he
a
did have some,
internal dialogue conflict. Like
what do
you
you
know what I mean?
call it?
Like when you just have dialogue in your
Aneurysms
head
near his
and you
heart
like make up some kind of
that
fucking scenario to
were
play out these emotions
spreading
you got going
and
on, and then you actually
to the
respond to
point
the
where they might
scenario and it's not
burst.
real,
And
it's in
he
your
was
head.
telling me the
Okay,
last time I talked
so
to him
I'm
that
kind of getting
he
the
was going to
energy of
have the
someone may have been
operation.
doing something like that, like
And
maybe
Mr.
you were
John
running
turned
something over
80.
in your
Well,
head
he'll
and there
be
was like some kind
81
of like internal conflict
in
in your
August
dialogue
if he's still
and
alive.
you
He's a
went to
Virgo.
respond to the
So I
conflict by
don't
like
know
reaching for
if
something and then
he's
like
deceased.
realized you're
And he
not in
came
that
over
form,
here.
you're not in that body.
I mean,
Like
when I
I'm
was a
getting
little
the
girl,
energy
my
of like
granddaddy,
you had a
Doug
thought of a
Starks, used to
demon, so
come
you were like, "Oh, I got something for you,"
to
and
our
went to
house.
like
He would
reach for a
appear.
sword, and then you realize like,
Usually when
"Oh,
my
wait,
sister was very sick.
hold up, hold
My
up."
oldest sister is very
Like
asthmatic.
I forgot, I'm not
And,
in my God form right now.
like
Normally, there's a
we
sword
were
right here. I
always in
promise
the
you. It's
emergency room
like
with her and her
you had
constricted
to like
breathing.
come back to your body and like realize like,
So
oh wait, I'm not in that
my
form right
granddaddy
now.
would appear when
So
she was
massive
not doing
ascension.
well. And
I
my
feel like you're
mom would see him
integrating
too.
your
She would
higher
be like, Daddy
self.
came and visited last night. So
That's really cool.
I'm trying to
Cause
figure
I'm
out
seeing like someone looking
what is
down
it
and
and why is
you
it.
don't even see your arms and
To me, he
legs. You
had a
see
grimace on his
armor.
face like he was
You
mad.
see gold. You see like
So
colors and gems and
I met
like
Mr. John
I don't
when I
know.
was
For
like
some of you, you may have
19.
even like
I
recently
moved out
felt
of my
bigger.
house with my parents because my
I know
dad
that's a weird,
liked to
and
beat
like
on
I
my
don't know how
mom,
else to explain
and it was
this,
affecting
but
my
it's like
firstborn
your
child.
energy
When my
field is
dad would come
bigger. So
home and
like
put his
just
key in
you
the door,
standing there, now you
my
might still
child
be
would
the
be
same
shaking. You could
5'4"
physically
or
see him,
5'9" or 5'10" stature,
afraid.
whatever you are,
So
but
I
you just
decided to
like
move
notice
out,
when
and
you were
I
standing
set
there
my
like,
mom
damn, I
down, and
feel
I said
big
I
as
thought I would
shit.
always be here to
But you're not.
protect
You
you,
ain't
but
grown at all. You
at
ain't
this
grown one
point I
bit.
would
You
rather
still
read
the
about
same
your
height
death
you've been,
than be here
but
to
you're
witness it.
carrying a lot of your
And
energy. Like you
so
are
I
embodying
separated myself from my
so much
mom.
of your higher self. It's wild.
And
It is beautiful. This is Merkaba kind of energy. This is
that
light body
was,
activation.
bittersweet.
I'm getting the
But I
energy of
moved
someone
to
is
Shoshone
so
Court,
in their light body, they might be
4804, I think my
disassociating from
address was,
times of their
Shoshone
real
Court.
body.
And that was
Real.
in Seminole Heights
Well, what is real?
Apartments,
I
which
don't
is
know. Right?
on,
Perception, I guess.
it was next to
Um,
Moses White. I think they rebuilt
so
Moses
I
White,
don't
which
know.
is off
I
of
wanted to share that
Sly
because I picked up
and
on that energy, and I
50th
know
Street.
if I
And Mr.
myself
John
had
lived there.
experienced something like that, and I
Miss
didn't have someone
Evelyn
to
lived
confirm with
there.
me, like you're not crazy, you're not delusional, like that's pretty
And,
cool. Other people experience
back in
stuff
the
like
day,
that. I
John
might kind of
Waldron,
think
I mean,
like,
shit, that was
I
30
don't know.
years ago. He
Might
drove a
question
white
myself a little
van,
bit.
a white
Don't
work
question yourself.
van,
You are embodying your
and
higher
still wore
self,
the
and you
glasses.
hold a lot
And
of
he
your
was still
light
the same
right now.
size. Mr. John
Like
never
your
gained
light
weight.
body is very much activated, and
But
it's
he's a very
because you're
disciplined
so
man. I
in
mean,
tune with your
he
higher
knows what to
self.
eat and
Like
when
for
to eat
example,
it, and
that
he
incident
doesn't
I shared
overeat.
of someone like trying to
He
reach
treats
for
his
their
body like
sword
a
and
machine.
then
Like
kind of
if
like
it says
laughing
put
at
4
themselves
quarts
because
of
they
oil
realize they're
in,
in their
then
human
he's going to
form,
put 4
not their
quarts of
God
oil in
form or
and
not
change
their
the oil
powers form or
filter.
not their seraphim form or not
And
their.
so
I'm telling you, I'm really picking up on an
for me
energy of
to
someone
see him
right
in
now
that
is an
flash
angel, and you're
with that
actually
grimace on
like
his face,
waking up to your
I don't
angel
know what that
self or your
means.
highest
So
self,
help
and it's a
me
little like
to identify what gift that
surreal
would
at
fall under
times.
so that I can do some research and
Like I
help
don't know if you've
me,
ever just stood in the room and felt
like
like you
with your
carried the
intuition.
energy
Why do
of
you
like
think he
10,000 suns.
came? What do you think the
Like you
function
just
was, the
you
purpose?
carry a lot of energy. It's
And what
crazy.
can I do to find out what Mr. John is trying to convey to me? Whether it's a warning, did he come here to do something sinister in the
Fighting.
spirit? Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the name of this gift would
And
be,
ripeness.
so that I can
Oh
start
wow.
researching
You're
and
ready.
help
The
myself
training
along.
is over.
So
The
I want to
initiation is
say
over.
thank you to
You're a
SAA
full-fledged
Karmic
God.
Reads, and thank you to who am I
Okay.
listening to
Lowercase
next?
g. There's only one source. All right. This is really cool,
Thank you
though. This is
to
very ascended energy, harmony.
144 from the stars
So you're in perfect alignment
tarot.
with God's will.
Okay.
You've already passed the initiations. You've already been tested by the fires. You've already been tempered. You've already been tested to be true. Your heart has already been weighed. You're already in alignment. A signature, an energy signature, an activation frequency has already been emitted throughout the grid network. You're connected to that grid. You have received that signature. Your DNA activated.
Rarely do I like, because when I
And these are
like
like
people's
powerful
videos, it
gifts.
seems like the covens attack those people. But lately, I
Yo,
haven't
this is
felt
crazy.
that heaviness that the
Because this kind of
coven
energy
brings.
feels almost like some sci-fi shit.
You hear that wind? You hear that wind?
Like some of these gifts and abilities you might be getting might be like,
As soon as I said that.
and like the
And
weird
it's
thing
the
is, like,
truth.
how do you learn about stuff like this?
See, he just said, how do you learn about stuff
How
like
do
this?
you
And
like? It's
that's what
not
I
like we
came
can go
on
to a school where
to
we have like a,
ask.
like not most of us. I'm sure there
So
are
thank you
things
to
like
you
that out there, but I
readers.
mean, the
Many of you all, I
majority
listen to
of
you, but
us,
I can't
to the
afford to lose
general
your voice.
populace of
So
man,
I don't highlight
well,
you
man,
on my
I mean, man
channel
is in
on
huge,
topics
as
trending
in
in
gender.
tarot, because the
We're kind of
hackers,
alone in
they're
this.
always
And many
looking.
of us are waking up,
And I
and the
just
people around
highlighted
us aren't
Rain
waking up yet. So it's
omnipresence,
not like we can
and
go run
already
over
her
to our neighbor's
readings have
house and be like,
changed a
yo,
little bit.
did you get some
I
crazy
don't
download
want
last night
the
too? You were like, yeah, did you see? No, I didn't see
I
that,
don't
but I saw
want you
something.
all to
No,
be
tell me
attacked
about
by
that.
these
Like, you
people.
can't do that.
I mean, they got some power,
So you don't have
and
that.
they shit
So you just
works.
gotta have
I mean,
faith that this is normal and you're
I'm not
okay
dead
and
because God
everything's gonna
said
be
no.
fine. Like it's perfectly
But if I
normal
were not
that
under
I'm
the covering of
experiencing
the
all these crazy
Creator,
symptoms or all
I
these weird
think I would
sensations or
not be
feelings,
here.
or I'm seeing all this stuff, or I'm getting
I
all
mean,
these weird
it's
downloads or
that
images in my
powerful.
head and I don't understand what's going
But
on.
make sure you're standing in
But
alignment
it's
with the
cool though.
Creator.
It's really cool
And
because I
even
feel
when
like
they
you're like
send
becoming a new
the
species, like a new thing.
death spells and ugly spells and gain weight spells, lose weight
Because I ain't never
spells,
seen a
hair
human
fall
that can do
out
this. That's
spells,
cool. How do you do
argue with
that?
your family spells,
How you do that
don't
with the
have
thing, with
access
the
to no money
energy, and then you
spells,
do it
you
over
can
here,
withstand
and then it does the thing over here?
the
Like, bro, that's cool as shit.
rain.
How'd you do that?
I'm still waiting
This
on
is
my
unique.
money, and
This is really
we
unique.
live every day just off of the benevolence of
It's
people.
unique to you,
Even when I go
and
to
that's what I
the
like.
labor pools, I used to get,
This is giving me like
at
some
least a
Marvel
week's worth of
vibes, like
work,
straight
a
up, like
couple of days,
superheroes.
but now I don't get sent
Like
out
we're all getting
nowhere. I
superpowers.
just sit there. I know
And it's
somebody's working in my
I mean,
name
the
at
first one out here
Emily
is writing in
Oil.
brightness, and you're in
I'm
harmony,
pretty
like where
sure somebody else
it's
was
right for
working
the
under my
picking,
name.
plucking.
And I don't know whether that's
I don't know, but
Anthony's
this is
friend
exciting.
Juliet, his office manager,
Because like I feel like
Juliet,
the gifts that are
or
activating
Donnie
aren't
Dwayne
things we would
Flowers,
normally think
Letitia
of.
Karima Penn. A lot of people have messed up
Like this is
their
wild.
name. They have felonies. They can't get a decent job. So they take over somebody else's
I'm
identity who
getting a
doesn't have
download of something and I'm
problems.
trying to
And now
understand it.
they are doing little
I'm getting
nefarious
an
things
energy.
to mess up my
What I
name.
saw in my mind
And
was
so
an
God is going to
individual
work
in
it
the
all out.
collective, and you were upset at the time, and you cried. And when you cried, here I'm gonna use this card so I can show. You have like a nerve that runs up your jawline and goes up here. What I saw and felt was when you cried, a tear came down and an energy shot up the side of your face, like in your forehead, and kind of like, almost like this, like you could feel it. You could feel it like almost like twitch or throb for a second. And like when that happened, you were directly connected to the weather. But it was different because this rain that came from the sky was not a normal rain. And that's why I'm trying to understand what this download is trying to tell me.
And I may have some gift where I can affect the weather,
But it's like
because
you
I've
getting,
been praying a lot and asking God
that's
to
so
change
wild. You're
the
so
weather
in
for me,
sync.
and it's
That blows
definitely
my
different.
mind. That's trippy as hell.
This is our little faithful
Because the clouds
generator,
cry your tears.
and
That's how I'm seeing the
it's
energy.
at 22% right now,
But
so
it's
we got to
different
go out
because
and
it's not
recharge
normal
it.
rain. This
But
rain carries
we're
a
able
different property
to
to it
use the
based off of
fan
what you were feeling.
and
So
charge
you
our
could like
devices
essentially feel an
and
emotion, and then a cloud would rain like
keep
crystalline, sparkling, bubbly
life, you know, kind of at a
nutria water or something. Like, I don't know, something awesome,
semi-normal
like some
state.
hydroponic water shit that makes everything
So
strong
I
and
need
healthy and potent.
to get off of here. I
Or
don't want to
maybe
make
it's
this
like
video too
sulfuric
long.
rain and it
I
like
haven't learned how to edit, and
melts people's faces off.
we're at
I don't
2020
know.
now,
I don't
so
know. But what I do
help me
know is
with the
it
information you
carries,
all can
you're
share with
so in
me.
sync
Try to
with
make
it.
the talk short, you know, 10 minutes or
When the
so.
rain falls,
My attention
the
span
water
hasn't
is
been
manifested with the same
as
energy, the same properties of
calm
the
and long
energy
as it used to
that you
be.
felt when
So,
you showed that emotion.
peace and thank you. Missing,
Why
not
would God give
missing.
someone a gift like that? What are you supposed to use that for? I'm asking rhetorically, by the way. That's
Okay, so
for
I'm
you
gonna cut
guys
it
to
off.
ask. If you think that message is for you, why would God give you that gift? What would be the purpose in that? And how can that help others?